Good morning, YouTube. MDG is now carrying Apple products. Wow, it's about freaking time. I get sent a lot of surveys from them because I've been dealing with them for years and still do. And anyways, one of the questions they ask you in some of these surveys is, what would you like to see about products and blah, blah, blah. Carry Apple products. I'll buy more computers. Okay, because while getting into financing with Apple through a firm are so strict, they refuse a lot of people, even with awesome credit ratings, never mind the crappy ones. Okay, Best Buy deals with a company that, well, let's just say, you're going to pay a lot of interest. And they're really strict too, right? These guys, not so much. You can get up to a $3,200 in credit to shop with them. You can put cash down too as well if you don't get enough credit, or even if you get the $3,200 and you need more, you can put cash down too to help offset that so that you can still get your item. Because the way they count their credit is you take the price of the machine and then you add the tax on, and that's how much credit you need. Okay? Anyways, they also do up to $20,000 cash loans, one easy application. I mean, they'll qualify you for just about anybody in any situation, regardless. So they are a really good company in that sense. Okay, their interest rate is not too bad either. Interest will vary depending on what your score comes back like. So you could pay a little bit or you could pay more. It kind of varies. But at least they don't rake you over the coals like rent-to-own places. I went to a rent-to-own place a couple years ago when I was looking at a MacBook Air way back then. And it was an M1. And of course, this is $1,300 computer, brand new, Canada, right? By the time you're done paying for it with that rent-to-own shop, you're talking $6,000. And it's like, and the monthly payment was like killer. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is beyond the meaning of the word ripoff, okay? I mean, some things, yeah, you can go to them for and they're okay, but don't buy a computer from a rent-to-own joint because they will literally, I mean, yeah, it's nasty. These guys, pretty good actually. My last laptop was my Asus TUF that I bought from them, and I paid it off 3 months early, which also meant I saved on interest and no penalties, which is another thing. You can pay off your account at any time you want, which is really good. And you can save on interest, and like I said, no penalties either, so it's pretty good. So one of the offerings they have here is the Apple MacBook Air. And it's got the new M4 chip in it, 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 16 by 256, and in midnight, okay? And they're asking $1,949. However, if you beg and plead, you may be able to get a little bit of a discount, okay? And that's club subscriber price, which costs you like whatever. Anyways, it's kind of worth it if you want to save some money. They also have what's called total cost. If you want to check to see what kind of money you're spending, what your payments are going to be, how much you're actually forking out in cash, okay? So on something that is around, say, $1,800 to $2,000, this is pre-taxes, okay? You're looking at a monthly payment of approximately here, depending on your credit score, 63 bi-weekly payments or 36 months, take your pick, and that's the total amount you'll actually throw out, which is not actually that bad, okay? Because when you figure out, you know, $1,900, I mean, you're only talking, they're only making like about 800 and change off of you, so that's really good compared to those rent-home places that would make about 4 times that out of your butt. So, and really big payments. Anyways, so, but that's the chart. So take a look at it, gives you an average, gives you a rough idea. Way you go. Okay, now the other Mac they're offering is the M4. Now this is the 14.2-inch Pro. Okay, M4 Pro, 24 by half a terabyte. Now that's pretty ideal. They do want $3,000. Now, also I do want to mention they are now an Apple authorized reseller. They don't have a lot of Macs in yet. Okay, I did have a chat with them because generally Apple dictates the prices, including sales. And Best Buy actually has this thing on sale right now for $24.99 for this exact same laptop. okay, regardless of the color. And I was looking at a black one at Best Buy. But anyway, so they are going to be a little bit more money than even Apple. Obviously, it's MDG. They're in Canada, they're in US, but you're going to pay a little bit more money even on the base club subscriber price. Non-subscribers are like an extra $100 difference, but you might even get $100 off this price too. You just got to talk to them, right? They can be flexible on some things to a certain point, okay? However, it's the monthly payment that even I can't handle right now, or I'd buy this one in a heartbeat, because that is like, mwah, that would work for me for the next 10 freaking years. Anyways, so that's one. Now, they don't have any desktop Macs in yet. I did talk to them on the phone the last couple days off and on, and I was asking about, could you custom order me in a Mac Mini Pro, right? M4 Pro. And they can't do that. They have to go by what Apple's giving to them as they're doing it, because they're just getting the dealership with Apple set up. So Apple does some interesting things, and it is very difficult to get in with Apple, okay, as a dealer. I know I tried once when I had my computer stores back in the day, and I mean, A, you need money. B, you need a prestige looking store, very attractive store. And it's like, sorry man, I just got this. Well, then nope. But yet Traxxas, one of the biggest RC companies in the planet, is like, give us 10 grand, we will ship you a truckload of stuff, and you can have fun and make a lot of money. And it's like, we don't care what your store looks like. As long as you sell our crap, we don't care. So yeah, Apple, take a lesson from Traxxas. Anyhow, now the only other thing they have currently in Apple right now, okay, so keep it on the website every month. Check back even once a week, because I was told check back once a week because you never know. They've got the iPad Pro M4, 256 gig, Wi-Fi only in spacey black. Ooh, that's a sexy color. Anyways, $2,099. Club subscriber price, $21.99 non-subscriber, okay? Now, if you cannot get financing from Apple or from Best Buy or from Staples or whatever Apple dealer you're going to and they offer financing, you can't get it, that's where you go to these guys, okay? Now, they're talking like $50 bi-weekly, okay, $48.28 as a subscriber. That's actually not bad, okay? So I like that. And on any orders over $2,000, like $2,000 and up, and I believe that is before tax, I think. Anyways, free shipping. So not a big deal, right? Anyhow, 13-inch iPad, 128 gig. Now this is going to be, I believe this is the new Air. Yes, this is the new Air that they have out. And you can check tech specs down below here. They tell you, you know, about it, and it's an M3 and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So there you go. You're looking at $37.01 bi-weekly at the most, I think, or at the least one of the two. So about $70 a month. We'll say $72 a month. Okay. Now the terms are usually, they are dictated by price. So this is $14.29. Okay. So if we look up $14.29 in that average, so $1,400 to $1,599, you're looking at 58 bi-weekly payments. So cut that in half. You're talking 25, 26, about 28 months, somewhere around there, 25, 29 months. 29 months. Okay. That's not bad. All right. Again, you do pay a little bit more, but hey, you are financing and you are dealing with a company who is not as strict as all the rest of them out there. Just keep that in mind. And I like dealing with them, okay? Because, yeah, like I said. Anyhow, the other thing they have, what else do they have here for Apple? That's going to be about it for now. So we've got 2 iPads. They did have a third iPad, but I guess they ran out of stock because they did have, it had the A series chip in it. I can't remember what model, but a couple of days ago they had another iPad. Now, I don't know how many they have in stock at a time, but when they are out of stock, it definitely, I guess, comes off their page until they get restocked. So keep an eye out every week. Check in, check on your tablets, check on your laptops. Now, I did check out desktop computers, and well, that became a bit of a problem because all they have to offer us for desktops right now is PC stuff. Okay, nothing wrong with PC stuff. Okay, but it ain't a Mac, and we're looking for a Mac. They don't have any Mac desktops yet. But again, like I said, they said keep your eyes on the website because as Apple dishes them more systems and things are going well, they're going to get more Mac stuff in. Okay, so just remember that. All right. Anyhow, I just wanted to touch base with you guys on this one. Pretty quick video just to let you know, hey, if you're looking for a Mac, you can't get regular financing, you don't want to go to a rent-to-own place, trust me, and get really raked. These guys are not that bad. Okay, they're really, really good. And I find great friendly staff too. They're very patient with you too, especially if you become a bit of a loopy person where you're kind of like on and off again trying to decide if you really want something or not. They're pretty good about it. You know, not a big deal. All right. So now here's one little caveat to dealing with them though. Okay, at least on computers for sure, because I talked to them about this. I said, do you have a buyer's remorse thing? Well, technically, no. What it is if you're not happy with the product within 10 days, you can send it back. But it's a 20% restocking fee. That can get a little costly. So you definitely should be sure that that's what you really want. Now, unfortunately, you cannot get custom configurations. It's what they have is what you get. Same with their PCs, right? They don't customize. What they set the system up as, that's what you get. If you want more RAM, more drive space, in a PC, you throw it in. In a Mac, you're kind of stuck. Okay, because that's just the Mac world for you. So anyway, that's all I got for you on this one. But thank you so much for watching and staying tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video. Get back to me and let me know if you've dealt with MDG. If you're happy with them now, they're going to carry Macs because that's going to make life a lot simpler even for me for future purchases myself. So that's it. That's all. See you on the next one.